the £10 to the £2,000 golf bag flipping challenge, the series where I will be giving away a £2,000 bag of golf clubs at the end of it. However, today's episode could be our first loss. Picked up the burner 2.0s, but obviously today is not my day when it comes to getting deals. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here in Wallingford, and this is episode 5 of flipping £10 to the £2,000 bag challenge. Gonna go and pick up a set of AP1s now. Graphite shafts, 6 to wedge by the looks of things, plus an SM wedge as well. I believe it's an SM4 for £150. I'll show you the listing here now. We did have it for £100. It was currently listed for £100, but as I was driving here, the gentleman had multiple offers, and one of them was at 140. So he basically just said at 150 you can have them, and I kind of made all the way here, and I'd like to give you an update of exactly what the Titleist stuff sold, and I've possibly got another set of clubs that we're going to go and pick up after this one as well. So hopefully it'll be a nice interesting video. As I say, £10 to essentially 2 sets of golf clubs plus a bag in the space of 5 episodes. It's probably been about 5 weeks now, 4 weeks now, so we're making good progress. So hopefully these irons are actually good condition. £150 is quite close. There might be still something left in them. It's all down to the condition, what the bag's like, what the clubs are like, and what shafts are like in them. Obviously graphite, we have to be careful in terms of condition on them. If you like this video, please leave it a like. As I say, nearly 2,000 likes on the last video. If we can try and hit 2,000 likes in this video, I really appreciate it. The series is definitely growing, and it's probably the most talked about. Anytime I meet one of you guys, you say that you love the flipping series, so I really do appreciate it. Okay guys, bag acquired. Mixed messages. I'm not too sure how I'm feeling about this. I'll show you some sold price listings of AP1 712 irons. Now £100, this whole lot would have been an absolute steal. £150, I think I've cut it a bit close to the mark, especially with fees and eBay, but it's all about learning. I've definitely made losses in the past, and the more I do this, the more I learn. These are actually ladies flex clubs, which I didn't actually realise. I thought they're just going to be regular men's graphite, which again just cuts down, don't get me wrong, they're lovely irons for ladies, but that does cut down the amount of people that will bid on them. As I say, I could sit on these for ages as a buy it now, but this whole process of the flipping series is that we just want to put it on a 3-day auction and make a quick turnaround. The only thing that they've got going for them, which is nice, which I really like, is as a SM wedge that actually matches the set with the graphite flex, so that could actually be quite appealing. As I say, I'll show you some sold listings. You do currently go for about £150 on eBay, so if you took fees out and everything, just the way it are, we're probably losing money and then making a bit back on the bag. I do like the bag, don't get me wrong, but again, we're looking at like £30 realistically max for that. So this could be the first loss to the flipping challenge we got so far. So if you didn't see episode 4, we found a lovely bag of golf clubs, Titleist, pretty much everything. Now they were left-handed, so I was a bit nervous on how they were going to do on a 3-day auction, but we definitely made a profit, and I'm going to show you some of the listings now and exactly what they went for. Up first was that 910 driver, which currently went for £48.32. Now you do have to take out £6.20 on all of these clubs and orders. That's the delivery, that obviously costs to send it to the person. The driver, the 915, the big one, the one that we thought money, and don't get me wrong, the whole set of these was worth £70. So the driver alone pretty much covered the cost of all the clubs, coming in at £88.47, which is great, but it was in like immaculate condition. The 910 hybrid came in at another £45.88. The one that did go quite cheaply, which probably I would have saved, and all of these normally I would just buy it now, only went for £38. So that 913 stiff regular fairway wood went for £38.93, including next day delivery, which is a very good price for the condition that club is in. And I hope the gentleman, whoever's got it, loves it and has got an outrageous deal. But that is the danger when you put them on a 3-day auction and also be left-handed. If it was right-handed, it would have gone for another £30 more. I can absolutely guarantee that. And lastly, that Star Dry bag actually went to one of my paying members, Chris. He messaged me after the auction ended saying I got it, and that went for £56.31, obviously after all the fees are taken out, and it is a great bag. So Chris, I'm glad that you got that, as it is in unreal condition and obviously helps out our challenge. That's exactly where we are. Let's go over to Thatcham now and pick up the next lot of golf clubs. TaylorMade Burner 2.0, 4 to pitch and wedge, £100. Show you the listing here. They do look in like really good condition. I think some of the lettering at the bottom has worn out, but TaylorMade clubs just seem to do really well, and especially right-handed standard length steel on a 3-day auction. Hopefully we're going to make another 60-70 pounds on top of the 80 pounds I think we'll have left over. As I say, spent 250 pounds this episode, 150 on that and then 100 on the next lot, and I think when you put it all together, 250 for the lot, I actually think it's quite good value. And now I'm thinking about it, those AP1 712s, I know I'm seeing a couple of sets go for like £100, £120. That's actually really good value. And if you're looking for a beginner set, by all means please do not buy the ones that I'm going to be putting on eBay, as I don't want the prices to fluctuate. But if you are thinking about a set in the future, maybe a steel set 40 pitching wedge for around £100, maybe they're worth having a look on the auction, because I do think that's actually quite good value compared to everything else out there in the second-hand market. Right, back down here at Sanford Springs Golf Club, and we've picked up the burner 2.0s, but obviously today is not my day when it comes to getting deals. Obviously we went to spend £200 on 2 sets of irons and a bag. If all the clubs were in great condition and nothing was wrong with them, would have been an outstanding deal. We probably could have doubled our money to get our total. Remember, we still got £80 left over to get our total close to that £500 mark. However, there is something wrong with the burners as well. Now the irons themselves are actually in really good condition in terms of their heads. However, the 7 irons got a completely different shaft to the rest of them, which means that it's not really a complete set. You basically got the shaft replaced. Like the Project X, don't get me wrong, is actually a good shaft upgrade compared to what they actually have in them at the moment, the Reg Flex. But 5.5 stiffs, they're stronger than Reg. Realistic. I mean, 6.0 is kind of a stiff standard, but still firmer than stiff. 5.5 is like halfway between reg and stiff. 5.0 I would say is regular flex, so it's not a complete set. So if these were in ultra good condition, I probably could expect to get £200 for them, kind of double the money, take off the fees, postage, we'd probably make 60-70 pounds on them. But with the broken set, i.e. there's a shaft difference, I don't think we're going to be getting near that, unfortunately. Obviously this is all going down to auction, so we will find out exactly by the end of the week how much we get. Again, the irons themselves, actually not bad condition at all. And ladies graphite, obviously graphite is more expensive. But again, because they're ladies flex, there isn't going to be as much demand for them, as well as the condition on them aren't as great as I thought in the photos. But what can we learn from this whole experience? Right, let's go and find a less windier spot so I can tell you the 2 big flaws that I made today in my decision making process. Now, my biggest rule of getting the best deals on Facebook or eBay is that you basically buy it now, ask later. However, with a bit of a safety block on that, the Titleist irons and the bag, for example, at £100, I knew if the bag had a broken zip or the shafts had bag wear marks, or if indeed the condition wasn't what I thought it was in the photos, at £100, I knew worst case scenario, you're going to get 150 for them, maybe 160. Take the fees off, you're probably making £40. And if you're traveling 40 minutes there and 40 minutes back, then it's not all lost. The mistake I made was that when he said that actually they're now 150, that I was taking a bit of a gamble. All the clubs in the bag and the bag itself had to be in unreal condition, and realistically those shafts in the irons had to be regular flex, so then it gave me a bigger pool of people actually wanting to buy them when it comes down to a 3-day auction. Obviously this is quite unusual circumstances, but I do want to give you guys a bit of a background and also the mistakes that I'm making so that you can learn from them in the short term. However, there is an exception to this rule when you can't see all the clubs in their entirety, i.e. if you look at the TaylorMade burner irons, I could only see the heads, so I knew the heads were in great condition and that all the shafts were there intact, and there was very little description below the post itself. But I should have asked, and I normally do, that once I'm basically confirmed to go and picking them up, the shaft's all right, the grip's all right, because I don't actually have any photo evidence. And when you're there and you've wasted someone's time to go and pick them up, you're obligated realistically to buy the clubs off the person themselves. But typically, rather than ask the questions first, like, don't go in with, can you send me loads of photos, can you do all of this, because they're probably at work, or they're probably not at home anymore, or they probably popped out, or they probably can't be bothered. You're better off going, look, I'll just come and collect them, especially if they're a good price. And as I stated in the first one, if they're such a good price, it really doesn't matter what's wrong with them. But with the burner 2.0s, they kind of had to be in good condition, i.e. all the shafts matching, to make that deal worthwhile. So once I was on the way to pick them, and it's only 10 minutes down the road, should have just pinged a quick message saying, are all the shafts the regular shafts? And he would have gone, no. And at which point you can either go, actually these aren't for me, or make the decision on the spot. However, with this bit of change of momentum in the series, I'm not just doubling my money every episode like I have been. I do want to stress that the mistakes I've made in today's video are minuscule, because I've bought a nice set of graphite ladies irons, and I've bought a lovely set of men's steel burner 2.0s cavity backs that are ultra forgiving. And if I was just starting the game, okay, if you're 6'1", you're probably not going to play with the ladies graphite, but at least I can try them, test them, sit on them for a couple of days, and then put them up on eBay, or play with the burner 2.0s. Does the 5.5 Project X shaft make a massive difference? Play with them a bit and then sell them on. However, if I'd gone and bought a brand new club and I got the wrong shaft because I just got a lesson the week after, or I then spend a load of money on irons and actually I do need them lengthened, well, you're going to be losing a lot more than I have today. So slightly a bit of a bittersweet video today. I'll be very interested in how these clubs go on eBay in a 3-day auction. I think I could definitely make money if I just sat on them for a month like I do with most of my stock and just do a buy it now price. But it'd be interesting in a 3-day auction with quite a niche market that might actually bid for them. I imagine I'll definitely get the money back, so we won't be losing money on the series. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of profit I get at the end of the week, and obviously I'll give you guys an update. Not forgetting, by the way, 5 weeks ago we started with a tenner and we're moaning about hopefully getting £250 back on this, and also £80 still in the bank. Guys, if you like this video, leave it a like. Don't go too hard at me in the comment section. See you guys later.
Morning, Tom. Hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon, mate. Well done on the lesson. And evening, Alan. Not a problem at all. And testing the G30s. Afternoon, gents. On my way to the lockup. Go pick up the Mura iron.